Episode 3, That Truck on the Bridge. Fellas, I'm gonna take you back to a time when the world looked different. A time when people that look like me had to fight for every scrap of dignity we could get.
Mr. Maxwell paused. His expression changed as memories buried beneath more than 50 years slowly returned.
I had to hide, and I hid where others wouldn't dare. And to tell you the truth, I saw things back then that I still have nightmares about today. I was only a boy when I saw it. I was too young to understand the world, but I wasn't too young to learn fear.
He drew a slow, unsteady breath.
I can still see those golden autumn leaves tumbling through the air toward the Edmund Pettus Bridge. They were beautiful, but I didn't know they were leading my eyes towards something no child should ever have to witness.
Then his hands began to tremble.
I heard voices, low murmurs mixed with laughter. It was the kind of laughter that made your blood run cold.
Mr. Maxwell swallowed hard.
That was when I saw the pickup truck.
His voice suddenly became quieter.
I recognized it immediately.
A month earlier, that same pickup truck had raced through his neighborhood in the middle of the night. Gunshots had shattered the silence. 4 white men were leaning from the windows, drinking, laughing, and firing their weapons toward black families' homes. They called it fun, as though terrorizing innocent people were nothing more than a game.
My mother rushed into my room, grabbed me, and pulled me onto the floor.
"Stay down," she whispered. "Whatever you hear, don't raise your head." Mr. Maxwell remembered lying against the cold floor, listening to bullets strike nearby houses while his mother covered his small body with her own. Now, 1 month later, that same pickup truck was parked near the bridge.
And this time, I see they've captured a black man. Word had gone out that, during daylight hours, mobs of white men, fueled by hatred and power, roamed the streets. They were capturing black men, hog-tying them, hauling them in the backs of pickup trucks, and parading them through town like animals, before taking them to the bridge, where the ultimate act of terror would occur.
Their laughter grew louder. Young Mr. Maxwell moved closer, hiding wherever he could as he struggled to understand what was happening.
That was the day I learned that hatred does not begin with violence. It begins when people stop seeing another human being as someone worthy of dignity.
His eyes filled with tears.
They showed no mercy. I remember the horrific sight of a noose, a severed rope, a fall, and a splash. I watched in horror as my world was forever altered. That morning on the porch, my young body gave in to the terror. My knees buckled, my breath became a struggle, and tears streamed down my face like a newborn's cry. I unwittingly became a witness to an act meant to instill fear and assert dominance. A horrific ritual that left indelible scars on my soul, scars that would never fully heal. That ghastly sight of a noose around that man's neck was forever etched into my memory. In that moment, my world, everything I believed about people, safety, and justice, collapsed. That is why we must speak when we see injustice. Silence may protect us for a moment, but it can also give hatred permission to grow. You know, every time I think about home, I still see it. That's why I wake up sweating some mornings.
Mr. Maxwell didn't raise his voice. He didn't dramatize what had happened. He spoke as though the memory had never stopped playing inside his mind. A chill crawled up Tony's spine. The way Mr. Maxwell said it told Tony that the older man wasn't simply remembering the past. He was reliving it. Mr. Maxwell lowered his voice as his gaze drifted beyond the boys. The bus station slowly disappeared from his eyes, and for a moment, it seemed as if the story had carried him somewhere else. The conversations around them faded. The traffic outside became distant. Even the station's humming lights seemed to grow quiet. Something was coming. Something Mr. Maxwell had kept buried for years. Then, hiss, psst. A sharp sigh of bus brakes shattered the silence, slicing through the spell like a blade through silk.
What?
Tony yelled, throwing his arms into the air. The interruption came like a slap, ripping the boys out of the story right before it broke open. Mr. Maxwell released a measured sigh and slowly rose from the bench.
Well, looks like you'll have to wait until tomorrow to hear the rest.
Boz stared at him.
You're still carrying that after all these years?
Mr. Maxwell's expression tightened.
Yes, I carry it because I've been too afraid to release it. It's a burden I've shouldered for far too long.
JJ lowered his voice.
You know, that's the kind of stuff people don't talk about.
Mr. Maxwell paused.
That's why I've chosen not to keep this story to myself anymore.
In that moment, the boys learned something important. Painful memories do not disappear simply because people refuse to speak about them. Some truths cannot be outrun, and healing cannot begin until silence finally gives way to courage. Mr. Maxwell walked toward the waiting bus. At the door, he stopped and glanced back. A faint smile touched his face.
Patience.
He said.
Some stories need time.
The doors closed, and just like that, he was gone. Tony, JJ, and Boz remained frozen, staring at the empty seat where Mr. Maxwell had been. Each boy wondered what terrible truth the older man would reveal when he returned. But none of them were prepared for what Mr. Maxwell would tell them the next day.
Listen to the complete chapter on my YouTube channel. The Grape Sucker